Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game one of the season, the first STK game night. To reintroduce ourselves, I was about to say I'm Wall Street.
Mm-hmm. You the other Hek.
I'm the other Hek, right? I am Just.Hek. We got my brothers Wall Street Hek. We got Coach B, NYC, and we are surviving the Knicks. STK surviving the Knicks. We're starting the year off right, as opposed to the New York Knicks. Just a quick recap.
No jabs just yet.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to resist, my brothers. I'm trying to resist. Just a quick recap from my brothers before they give us their amazing insight. Real quick, Tatum led Boston with 34. Porzingis, or Porzingis, as Wall Street likes to call him. He's a Wall Street. You can't like Porzingis anymore, bro. He's a Celtic. You gotta stop that. But anyway, Porzingis had 30. Randle didn't show up, but RJ Barrett showed up. And Quickley, who the Knicks decided not to pay for whatever reason, Quickley showed up. RJ Barrett had 24, although he shot 8 for 20. Quickley had 24 on 7-11 shooting. Kind of brought them back. Brunson had a subpar game at 15 points, 6 to 21 shooting. It was a tough shooting night for the Knicks, but the Knicks, this was the chance to catch them. I don't know what was going on. Wall Street, what were your thoughts on this game? Game one of the season.
It's just game one. A lot of people got that team as, the pretty much the lock to represent, the East. I don't think it's a lock, but, so, we played well. It was game one. It was game one for the refs too. I saw a lot of funny calls. I thought it got loose. The game got real loose, but no, it was a good game.
What'd you think of the flopping calls? The flopping text. Those were interesting, right?
I like it, but you got to be careful. They got one wrong, and I like rules like that. Rules like that you enforce early in the game and early in the season, and then you hope that it starts to weed itself out. Because you would hate to see something like that, like fourth quarter of a finals game. Because that one on Brunson was really bad. That should have probably been a foul, a closeout foul.
Yeah.
But it's game one for the refs.
Well, Tatum had an efficient game, and that was all they needed, So, he's an MVP candidate, and our sixth man had an efficient game. It's just one of those nights. So as the season goes on, we'll see how they play in the next matchup. But I definitely think that if we're hitting more shots, we're in a more competitive situation, and this was a highly competitive game. So, we're hitting more shots, we could take one or two from them for sure, and definitely the rivalry. We both teams get up for that, so it's gonna be fun. And then if we get a playoff matchup, man, it could get ugly because we're gonna get dirty. We're gonna get after it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Wall Street?
I think that we match up fairly well with Boston. I think that the problem is going to be, and we have a good problem. Think about where we were 3 or 4 years ago, where we were like, who's our one? We were looking at Elfrid Payton, and now we have a one.
Elfrid Payton.
We had a problem at the three. We had a problem at the three. Who was our three? Remember, I was Obi at the three. Get me Obi at the three. But now, we filled up. We filling our positions up.
Yeah.
So if you look, I always look at it can this player start on a top 4 team? And our last hole is, I love Mitch, but he's not a starter. He can't give me starter minutes. I can't put my starter to play 45 minutes. But it's nice to know that if I had to, if it's game 5 in the finals, that I could do that. You can play a player for the entire game. Brunson can play the length of a game. Barry, you don't ask them to do it, but they can. Mitch can't play 2 full quarters. He's not a starter. Imagine Mitch coming off the bench, and now you're allowed. Now you playing less minutes, so now you're allowed to use those fouls. You know, like Mitch is playing an entire game. Like, I can't foul, especially early. Yeah. You want to see Mitch play well. Let him get into the fourth quarter of a game with only 1 foul under his belt. Now he's like late fourth quarter. Oh snap! I could play defense. Yeah. He doesn't know what it's like to play hard defense late fourth quarter because he can't be in the game at that point in time without having 4 or 5 fouls on him.
He's also not used to guarding the newer center. The newer center is perimeter oriented, can stretch out to the 3-point line. Like, he lost Porzingis a couple times. Like, he lost him on the alley-oop. On the Porzingis back cut him a couple times. Al Horford cut him a couple times. Like, it's like he's like your traditional 90s, early 2000s center. Could grab rebounds. You can't go up on Mitch because he'll block your shit. Let's be real. He'll send your shit.
He's a bench guy. He's not the guy that you asked to guard Porzingis for 35 minutes. He's the guy that you ask to help the guy that has to guard Porzingis for 35 minutes. And now I could throw an extra body at Porzingis. Now, Porzingis is playing a more traditional center, a center that could keep up with him. Just at the end of the day, just give me a center that could keep up with him, right? That could play his minutes and that can play that far out in the perimeter. Now, after a couple minutes, you wear him down. Now you could throw a guy like Mitch in the game. Mitch is electric. So if he comes off the bench with a guy like Quickley, catches a couple dunks, the guard starts getting crazy, starts getting in people's faces. But look at the problem that we're in right now. We had holes before at the 1, at the 3, at the who was the 2? Was RJ or 2? What was happening now? Now we got it all laid out, even our bench. We just need a starting 5 right now, so our 5, and look, with a guy like Mitch, which probably should be coming off the bench in a lot of teams, and he'd be great off the bench. He'd be great.
He gets starter money, though. Quickly, that's the problem. He's getting starter money.
Yeah, I know he gets starter money. But right now, the question is, when you see like a game like tonight, and you think about where we at right now, are we going to get out of the first or second round? We should get into the playoffs. We should probably get out of the first round. Can we get a second round exit, right? And then that's it, man. And after that, now we need a good free agent to pick up the spot and fill that hole. But we're a much better team than we were 3 years ago.
You gave a top contender in the East a run. So let's not downplay that. The Knicks gave a good gut punch to a top contender, to one of the top 2 contenders in the East. And I think I don't think this game tempers, our expectations. My expectations that the Knicks make the playoffs, not a play-in, that they're in the playoffs. I think the 3rd seed, 3rd, 4th seed is very easily obtainable. I don't think anything less than that is not, you're taking steps backwards. I think the Knicks are a good team. They just miss shots, and it happens. I think they were really excited for this game because they came out like ready, and they were fumbling. When you see players at first, they're fumbling the ball and they're moving before the ball even moves. It's because you're way excited. Like you want to get at the team you're playing. It's just are the Celtics that much better than them? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think they have pieces. I don't know, man. I honestly, I don't think the first game of the season answers all those questions, right? I don't think, but I think, you got Atlanta coming up next. Got to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Now win the games that you're supposed to win.
Yeah.
Win the games that you're supposed to win is what I would say next.
I think that as long as Mitch is in foul trouble, it like kind of shakes things up a little bit. But like guys that didn't play that are extremely helpful in other instances, Jericho Simpson. Give Jericho Simpson.
He didn't even play. He only went with 8 guys tonight.
Yeah, so like
which is I mean,
DiVincenzo only played 15 minutes. Like, this guy got paid. Like,
Knicks got Atlanta, and then the Knicks got the Pelicans, right? Knicks should be 2-1.
That's it. Give me both.
You know what I'm saying 2-1, right? Going into we got our first full episode on Sunday. 2-1 isn't a bad, it's not a bad place to be. Then you got Cleveland twice, which is crazy on a back-to-back at that, right? You got Cleveland. You're at Cleveland on Halloween, and then Cleveland comes here on the 1st. And then you got the Bucks next week, Friday. So, the NBA is sending the message like, listen.
Go to work.
Yeah. Listen, Wall Street, like you said, right? 4 years ago, they weren't even trying to feature the Knicks in these types of games.
Yeah.
Now, the Knicks, everyone knows, the Knicks are a team to watch. So they're putting them up against all the heavy hitters. So, time to show and prove. All right. Any last thoughts from you guys?
Man, Victor.
At some point, Quickley got to get paid. Oh, yeah. At some point, Quickley got to get paid, man.
That's a travesty, but we're talking about that on Sunday.
I like what they're doing, keeping the options open. Obviously we miss on a lot of stars that are swapping teams. So
Quickley would look nice in a Phoenix Suns jersey.
Maybe not that, but maybe we finally pull the trigger on the big deal.
He'd be really good in that Phoenix Suns offense. I tell you that much.
What? He ain't gonna get no shots.
Wall Street, you got it. That's right.
Victor Wembanyama looking like a broken 2K player. That's my last one. He just hit another fadeaway 3.
By the way, seriously, San Antonio is going at Dallas right now. That's a crazy, they're like going in their chest right now.
Yeah, I don't believe in Kyrie and Luka. I don't believe in this team at all.
I don't think you should.
They might have little preseason runs here and there, but
they were horrible in the preseason. They were horrible. Like, the Dallas is going to the lottery. I don't see how anybody believes Dallas is going to go anywhere except a play-in at best. Like, what I'm saying? I think Luka has a lot of questions to ask himself. But, I guess we could talk about this on Sunday. But, yeah, man. Listen, hold your heads up high, fellas. Yeah, people out there, hold your heads up high, because the Knicks gave a hell of a game to a championship contender. It wasn't like the Charlotte Hornets pulled up and y'all lost. Like, no, it was the Boston Celtics, who are pretty good the last time I checked.
On the opposite side of the coin, you're a professional. You missed 12 free throws, you're a bum. But on to the next one.
No, listen, coach, you called it. You're right. And when you shoot under 40%, what are you going to get, right? Fellas, it's been real. Thank y'all for checking in. Ladies and gentlemen out there, thank y'all for checking in.
We're back.
We'll see us, right? STK, Surviving the Knicks. We are back. Thank you for checking in with us on game night. And we'll see y'all for the next one. Peace. We got Wall Street Hek. We got Coach B NYC and myself, Just.Hek. Deuces, y'all. Peace. Fellas, brothers, love y'all. See y'all Sunday. Look out for them questions. Peace.